Hi guys, so this December 17th, 2020, and futures pointing to a higher open once again, and looks like the strength is coming from people who are very cheerful about the vaccine coming online, and actually FDA panel is gonna meet today from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to decide if they're gonna recommend Moderna vaccine. Just like Pfizer and BioNTech vaccine was recommended and approved like about a week ago. The same was expected with Moderna, and Moderna is actually applying for approval for vaccine for adults 18 and older. And that was a sticking point for Pfizer and BioNTech because they wanted an approval for adults 16 and over. Okay, that was a sticking point for that. Also, on a separate note, weekly jobless claims came in worse than expected, bigger numbers than expected. So that was an unexpected actually turnout, and actually futures didn't react too much to it, as people are just way too much optimistic to me about the vaccine and everything and the reopening of the economy. But in general, there are a lot of cash on the sidelines, and this cash wants to get into this market, and that's why we're still going higher. Okay, so let's jump to SPY ETF for S&P 500, S&P 500, and this looks like going higher as well. So to me, this is. Still pushing higher. Like I told you before, the stocks will run up till the end of the year. So too much optimism, in my opinion, but still a lot of money on the sidelines, and this will push stocks higher. QQQ, especially. Okay, QQQ, which is the Nasdaq futures, are also higher, and it looks like they may go even higher than that. So we'll see what happens, but I would be actually careful at this point because we're not setting up very well for the 2021 because we had a huge run up in stocks, and valuations are very, very stretched for many stocks, extremely stretched. So I would be careful here. Okay, so let's jump to corporate news. And before we do that, if you want to see my trades on pretty much everyday basis, you can check out a link to my Patreon club in the description. Okay, so let's start with Tilray. So Tilray is a cannabis producer, and they had some news because they announced that the merger between them and Aphria, they reached an agreement to combine the businesses, resulting in 3.9 billion valuation giant. And in general, I mean, these cannabis producers were in the big penalty box for a very long time, and now these two, it's an interesting buy to me, to tell the truth, but because this gives them a lot of leverage, the combination of these two businesses, and it looks like the shares may actually start to go higher, but I wouldn't be too much optimistic, but a small position is warranted here. Okay, that's TLRY. Okay, Moderna. Moderna shares trading a little bit higher, but it fell recently after a big run up. It fell like yesterday, like more than 6% after Morgan Stanley downgraded the stock to equal weight from overweight, citing valuation concerns. And I mean, you can apply this valuation concerns to pretty much any stock on the market right now because valuations are very stretched right now. And I mean, Moderna doesn't look good to me. I mean, on the chart, it looks like it's going down. Magda is crossing. This doesn't look good as well. So I think the shares may actually go lower. I wouldn't touch Moderna here. Okay, UAL, United Airlines Group. So United Airlines Group, JP Morgan analysts downgraded the stock to underweight from overweight, citing concerns about valuation. Once again, valuation is the concern because, I mean, what can you say? I mean, all these stocks ran so much and so high that it just doesn't make sense anymore. And even with so much money on the sidelines, even with Fed is creating, to me, an asset bubble, buying corporate bonds and buying other bonds and buying other securities. like mortgage-backed securities, and but still, just valuations are absurd to me. Okay, so all the airlines, in my opinion, are overstretched, like AAL and, for example, DL and LUV. I mean, they all, in my opinion, ran way too much because, first of all, I mean, the valuation for these airlines are pretty much the same as it was pre-pandemic, and very close to it, at least for some of them, at least. But even with the vaccine, the travel is not going to be the same as before. A lot of companies moved to pretty much permanently home work, like work at home, and this is not going to be the same for airlines, to me, not in the near future. So, I mean, to me, it's not a buy. At least not a buy. No, I'm not sure if it's a sell because the excitement is so much, but it's not a buy. Okay, Teladoc. Okay, so Teladoc shares were falling yesterday more than 5% after Business Insider reported that Amazon was working on a business that would provide medical care to workers at major companies. And it includes primary care online. And not actually the same to me as what Teladoc does, but in general, it's bad news for Teladoc, but the shares came down a lot, in my opinion, and I would be buying Teladoc here. Okay, AOUT. Okay, American Outdoor Brands swung to a profit from a year ago loss for its latest quarter, and they said that sales improving, benefiting from customers spending more on outdoor activities. It's an interesting company. It's been on pretty much dead money for a while, and now it's breaking out a little bit. Right now, it's overbought, but if it comes down closer to like $16, that would be an interesting buy for me. AOUT. Apple. Okay, so Apple recently announced the plans to ramp up iPhone production for the first half of 2021. That's an increase of about 30% compared to the same period of 2020. So Apple is looks like fine in all centers, looking pretty good to me. I mean, on the chart and fundamentally, I mean, Apple is a buy in my opinion, even at these prices, 129, and I would be buying here Apple, even at these prices. Okay. LAZR. Luminar Technologies. So this stock has been on a roller coaster ride recently, but shares were under pressure in the past couple of days after Mobileye said that the company is working on its own version of LiDAR, and before Luminar Technologies and Mobileye did a collaboration to provide solutions of Luminar Technology solutions in the Mobileye. But after the announcements, not announcements, but after the news about the Mobileye developing their own LiDAR, shares of Luminar were under pressure, but later they came out and said that the collaboration between Luminar and Mobileye are at full speed and nothing to worry about, and shares bounce back. But I mean, it's still not looking that good on the chart, but after it came down to like mid 20s, that's an interesting buy to me. Okay, LAZR. RAD, Rite Aid. Rite Aid's shares are jumping pre-market today after reported unexpected profit of 40 cents compared to 5 cents loss expected. Revenue was also higher, driven by growth in retail pharmacy and pharmacy service sectors. So in general, it was not looking good on the chart, but the report changed that, and very unexpected profit of 40 cents. And looks like pharmacies are a way to go. But to me, personally, I like CVS, and I would be buying CVS actually on the Rite Aid report. Okay, Roku. Okay, the Roku shares are jumping after they said that it will carry HBO Max streaming service beginning today. And HBO Max is a AT&T service. I think belongs to owned by AT&T. and two sides finally came to an agreement because it was Roku was the only platform that was not carrying actually HBO Max, and now it looks like they will be carrying HBO Max. But in general, Roku is jumping a lot. It's already in overbought territory, and I wouldn't be buying shares here. I would wait for them to come down if you want to buy it, at least like back to 330s. Okay. M, oops, MLHR. Herman Miller. That's an interesting company. One of my favorite companies, actually, is office furniture maker. Reported 89 cents versus 56 cents expected. Revenue came also above. Said it's hopeful that vaccine will spark demand for its products. And in general, people are furnishing their offices, and that actually helped Herman Miller a lot. And to tell the truth, I mean, I like Herman Miller even here, and I think the shares may go higher. MLHR. Wish. Okay, that's a new offering, basically an IPO yesterday. It's a company called Context Logic, is a parent company for Wish.com. And shares had an unsuccessful IPO yesterday, falling 5% on the opening day of trading. And right now it's higher, and it's an interesting buy to me. So just and after falling, after being IPO at $24 and finishing the day at $20, pretty much. So I think it may be a quick swing trade. Wish, WISH. Okay, so shares of home builders are higher. Like Lennar reported $2.82 versus $2.37 expected. Revenue above the estimates. Continue to benefit from low mortgage rates and people staying at home. And to me, builders are a very good position to go higher, actually. Lennar is a buy, even after jumping pre-market. And I also like KBH, KB Home, okay, stock symbol KBH, I like BZH, okay, Bizarre Homes, and I like TMHC, that's Taylor Morrison Homes, and I like Toll Brothers. Okay, these companies will benefit tremendously from the low mortgage rates, and it's a real estate boom right now. So I would get in on those companies that I think they will go higher. Okay, that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and I'll see you Monday.